Good day, everybody. This is Zachary Kameen, the Curious Christian. And this is not Curious Conversations, but this is me relaxing out here in my hammock, in my garden area, my patio. Um, drink some Subrovka. Reading some Spurgeon sermons. And I thought to myself, I haven't done a YouTube video in a while. And so I figured, why not? Just a bit over here. And I wanted to show off my garden. And I'll explain why in a minute. So I got here on my elevated garden. I have some, what is this, cilantro, I think? Oh, some parsley. I'm just failing it today. Some basil, some celery. I have a fig tree, slowly but surely getting my grow on with that. You should have seen it when I first bought it. Cherry tomatoes, some beautiful cherry tomatoes, or grape tomatoes rather. We got some green onions, actually I think this is some more basil. Not basil, but cilantro, lavender. I've got down there in the red and yellow cages. Yeah, actually, we'll come on down. We've got down here big tomatoes, probably for like the like burgers and whatnot. Some peppers, strawberries. Now this strawberry plant I planted last year, and they grew back and they're bigger and stronger. That's the whole point of the strawberry plants. Blueberries, I just planted that. Green onions down here that I just planted last year. And then I've got some blueberries. Sorry, down over there was grapes. This is blueberries. Fix that. So, why am I showing this? Well, oh yeah, and some more green onions over here. The reason why I'm showing this, and mind the mess, my daughter's doing great things with my yard, as you can see. Married with 3 kids. Big mess is glorious. So, back to sitting on, but the reason why I'm showing this is the understanding that we are quick to, delayed gratification. Well, in America, we don't have it. We hardly have it in any part of the world. And so, here in Michigan, you get your food at the grocery store. You get enough for a couple weeks, a couple months. You go and you get, supplies for however long. You watch TV whenever you want. You watch other people interact with other people. You go onto YouTube and you listen to them go on and on. You listen to people making videos like this. Even though, who knows how many people will see this. I do thank you for the 8 subscribers that have subscribed thus far. So, appreciate you. When I started off, there were 0. And that's okay. But just like these plants, like my fig tree, I won't get any figs from it this year. No fruit from that. When I deal with some plants like tomatoes, I'll get fruit from that like crazy. But it dies this year. It'll die this year. Celery, basil, cilantro, parsley, all that stuff dies this year. And I'll have to replant it again. But I'll get a bunch of it while it's here. So that's a good thing to me. So blueberries, I won't get anything from that this year, but I'll get stuff next year. The strawberries, I didn't get anything last year, but I'll get stuff this year. And I see similarly with my Curious Conversation podcast and my YouTube videos that I don't expect anything now. I don't even expect anything this year. I do expect to bear fruit from it in the long haul. And so I want to constantly be pruning it. I want to get better at it. I want to strengthen my base. I want to express my opinions, my interpretation of events, my interpretation of political things, my interpretation of religious things, because as I express to you and hear your expressions, and we have more of these conversations on the comment section and things like that, it will grow, I believe, me and you. It'll make us better at having these conversations and be more fruitful with our conversations. And Lord willing, it will bring you to Jesus. It will challenge your interpretation of Scripture. It'll challenge mine. I know that my view of things has changed, even as recently as a couple months ago. And not to say that I'm not just as passionate about issues that I am still steadfast with. I'm very dogmatic on a lot of things. I'm still very bold dogmatic on a lot of things. But I know which hills I'm willing to die on, which ones I'm not. I support people who fight in areas that I'm not strong in apologetics and whatnot, and I love that. I point people to them all the time. I do plan on doing some YouTube videos responding to challenges to Christian living and to Christian ethics, doing some videos on what you do when you talk to somebody who says that they're a gay Christian, or says that they are gay in general, or that they cheated on their wife, or they're getting a divorce, things like that. How do you respond to these things? How have I responded to these things? Because this is, because I'm a Christian theonomist politically, it has its own challenges. I have my own questions I have to answer for, and have answered to, and I will express those things when those questions arrive. When we have to cross that bridge, obviously we'll cross it. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up on where I'm going with this. There is a coworker of mine that has been asking me to have him on have him on my podcast and have him onto these YouTube videos. He is gay. He is a Republican. He's a strong Trump supporter. He was raised Catholic, and is at least professes to be a Christian, though he struggles with a lot of things. He struggles with me being a Christian theonomist, because he recognizes what the scriptures say about homosexuals in the context of the civil magistrate. And so those will be questions that could be worked through on that conversation. Those are things that I'm looking forward to with Curious Conversations, the podcast, and working through the things with YouTube. I think a lot of my YouTube videos will be responding to other videos and whatnot, kind of sparking debate, sparking conversation. My hope is to get these debaters to have conversations. With that being said, my desire, my hope, is to be able to respond in such a way that causes conversation and not conflict. See what happens. I have a lot of room for debate, I have a lot of room for error, I have a lot of room for grace in this area, and even if I screw up, I know that there's always next video. So God bless you guys. Enjoy your day, whether it's the morning or it's the evening or the afternoon. And as always, drink some coffee and come to Jesus.